Hello and welcome to ReallyBigHat. My name is Jared and this is D&D Builds, the show where we build D&D characters step by step. Today's character is the Hexblade Paladin, a powerful and popular choice. So, let's get started. For our race, I have gone with an Aasimar. Our creature type is humanoid. I have selected medium for our size. Our walking speed is 30 feet. We have the Celestial Resilience feature, where we gain resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. We have dark vision out to a radius of 60 feet. We have the Healing Hands feature, where as an action we can touch a creature and roll a number of d4s equal to our proficiency bonus, and the creature regains a number of hit points equal to the total rolled. We have the Lightbearer cantrip, where we know the Light cantrip, and Charisma is our spellcasting ability for it. And we gain a Celestial Revelation at 3rd level. There are 3 solid options. And even though I have my mind set on one, we're going to save that for a little bit later. For our starting class, I am going with Paladin. Now, there are reasons why you might want to start as a Warlock. There are reasons you might want to start as a Paladin. The reason that I want to start as a Paladin is for the heavy armor proficiency. As a Paladin, you start out with proficiencies in all armor and shields, as well as simple and martial weapons. And that all armor is the big game changer for me, because I want this character to wear heavy armor. The heavier the better, plate as soon as possible. So, getting that armor proficiency to start with is clutch. As a Hexblade, you would start with proficiency with medium armor and shields, but you would not get the heavy armor proficiency when you multi-class into Paladin. So the only way to get the heavy armor proficiency is to start out your career as a Paladin, and that is what I have chosen to do here. As a Paladin, we get saving throws in Wisdom and Charisma. 2 skills from this list. I've taken Insight and Intimidation. We also get the Divine Sense feature, where we can sense the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of us that is not behind total cover. This is situationally useful, but it's more of a fluff ability. We also get a Lay on Hands pool, where we can heal a number of hit points equal to our Paladin level times 5. This is a different Lay on Hands pool from the one we get as an Aasimar, so we actually have a lot of different healing options right off the bat. For our ability scores, I've gone with a point buy. To start out with, I have selected to increase 2 scores, 1 by +2, 1 by +1. I've increased Strength by 1 and Charisma +2. And that brings our Strength to a total of 15, which is the necessary threshold to wear plate armor without any of the disadvantages. I've left Dexterity at 8, brought Constitution up to 14, Intelligence up to 10, Wisdom up to 12, and Charisma up to 16. For your background, as always, take what you want here. Pick something that speaks to how you want to roleplay your character. I've gone with a knight here. That gets me history and persuasion. And I've taken a dragon chest set just for, whatever minor flavor that's worth. For our starting equipment, I've selected the martial weapon and a shield and taken a longsword. Picked up the 5 javelins. Picked up an explorer's pack, the chainmail, and a holy symbol. And I've selected an amulet. And then for knight, we also get a set of fine clothes, a signet ring, a scroll of pedigree, and a purse containing 25 gold pieces. So let's look at our character sheet at level 1. We've got 12 HP, an armor class of 18 if we're equipping our chainmail and our shield, proficiency in 4 skills, but disadvantage on stealth, and we have Wisdom and Charisma saving throws. We also have proficiencies in heavy, light, and medium armor, as well as shields, simple and martial weapons, a dragon chest set, and 3 languages. At level 2 of Paladin, we get access to a fighting style, and I have selected Defense to give us a +1 bonus to our AC while we're wearing armor. We also get access to spellcasting, and, some might say more importantly, Divine Smite. Whenever we hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, we can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. The extra damage is 2d8 for a first level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first, to a maximum of 5d8. And this damage also increases by 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend. So for our spell casting, Paladins are prepared spellcasters, meaning they know their entire spell list, and they choose spells to prepare each day. We can prepare 4 spells at this level, and just as an example, I've selected Bless, Command, Shield of Faith, and Wrathful Smite. So here at level 3 overall, we are going to take our first level of Warlock, and right away select our otherworldly patron, and pick up the Hexblade. This gets us a number of features. First off, as a Warlock, we get access to Pact Magic. This gives us Pact Magic spell slots to use in addition to our Paladin spell slots. At this level, we'll have 1 Pact Magic slot and 2 first level spell slots. So it's basically the equivalent of having 3 first level spell slots. We also get an expanded spell list from being a Hexblade, where we can choose the following spells. We get the Hexblade's Curse feature, where we can curse a target and gain the following benefits. We can gain a bonus to damage rolls against the cursed target equal to our proficiency bonus. Any attack roll we make against the cursed target is a critical hit on a 19 or a 20. And if the cursed target dies, we regain hit points equal to our Warlock level plus our Charisma modifier. We also gain the Hex Warrior feature. This one's a doozy. We acquire the training necessary to effectively arm ourselves for battle and gain proficiency with medium armor shields and martial weapons, which we already had from Paladin. But the real part that's going to have us cooking with gas is that the influence of our patron also allows us to mystically channel our will through a particular weapon. Whenever we finish a long rest, we can touch one weapon that we're proficient with and that lacks a two-handed property, and when we attack with that weapon, we can use our Charisma modifier instead of Strength or Dexterity for the attack and the damage rolls. This benefit lasts until we finish a long rest. And if we later gain the Pact of the Blade feature, this benefit extends to every packed weapon we conjure with that feature, no matter the weapon's type. Onto our spells. As a first level Warlock, we're going to pick up 2 cantrips. Those are going to be Booming Blade and Eldritch Blast. And we also learn 2 first level spells, and I have selected Hex and Shield. At level 3, we also get to pick our Celestial Revelation from our Aasimar race. I've gone with Radiant Soul, but read through them all and pick whatever you want here. At level 2 of Warlock, we can pick 2 Eldritch Invocations. I have gone with Agonizing Blast and Eldritch Mind to power up our Eldritch Blast and give us advantage on con saves to make concentration checks. At this level, we also learn another spell, and I have picked up Hellish Rebuke. At level 3 of Warlock, we select our Pact Boon, and I have gone with Pact of the Blade. We can use an action to create a packed weapon in our empty hand. We choose the form that this melee weapon takes each time we create it. We are proficient with it while we wield it, and the weapon counts as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. It will disappear if it's more than 5 feet away from us for a minute or more. It also disappears if we use the feature again, if we dismiss the weapon, or if we die. And we can transform one magic weapon into our packed weapon by performing a special ritual while we hold it. We perform the ritual over the course of an hour, which can be done during a short rest. We can then dismiss the weapon, shunting it into an extra-dimensional space, and it appears whenever we create our packed weapon thereafter. We can't affect an artifact or a sentient weapon in this way. And the weapon ceases being our packed weapon if we die, if we perform the ritual again on a different weapon, or if we use a ritual to break the bond. This weapon appears at our feet if it is in the extra-dimensional space when the bond breaks. At level 3, we also learn 1 second level spell, and for this level, I have gone with Mirror Image. At level 4 of Warlock, we get an ability score improvement, and I'm going to use that to increase our Charisma score. At level 4, we also get access to another cantrip and another second level spell, and for the cantrip, I've gone with Minor Illusion, and the spell, I've gone with Misty Step. At level 5 of Warlock, we get access to another Eldritch Invocation, and I am going to pick up Thirsting Blade, basically giving us the extra attack feature, but only when we attack with our packed weapon. That is something to keep in mind. At level 5, we also get access to 3rd level spells, and I am going to pick up Enemies Abound. At level 6 of Hexblade, we get quite a doozy in the Accursed Spectre feature. Starting at 6th level, we can curse the soul of a person we slay, temporarily binding it to our service. When we slay a humanoid, we can cause its spirit to rise from its corpse as a spectre, the statistics for which are in the monster manual. When the spectre appears, it gains temporary hit points equal to half our Warlock level. Roll initiative for the spectre, which has its own turns, it obeys our verbal commands, and it gains a special bonus to its attack rolls, equal to our Charisma modifier. And it'll remain in our service until the end of our next long rest. Very cool. At level 6, we also get access to another 3rd level spell, and I am going to pick up Thunderstep. At level 7 of Warlock, we pick up another Eldritch Invocation, and this time I'm going to pick up Eldritch Smite. This does stack with our Divine Smite. We can use both at once if we want to. It would pretty much completely wipe out our spellcasting abilities, but when you need a big hit, you need a big hit. At level 7, we also get access to 4th level spells, and just to keep the Smite train rolling, I am going to pick up Staggering Smite. At level 8 of Warlock, we get another ability score improvement, and I am going to use it to cap off our Charisma score. We also get access to another spell at this level, and I am going to go ahead and pick up Banishment. At level 9 of Warlock, we get access to another Eldritch Invocation, and I am going to pick up Ascendant Step. This is about the point in time where your Eldritch Invocation choices really do come down to personal preference. Go through the list, read through them all, and just grab what speaks to you here. At level 9, we also get access to 5th level spells, and I am going to pick up Hold Monster. At 10th level of Warlock, we get Armor of Hexes, where if the target cursed by our Hexblade's curse hits us with an attack roll, we can use our reaction to roll a d6, and on a 4 or higher, the attack instead misses, regardless of the roll. This will even negate crits, which is pretty darn helpful. At this level, we also learn another cantrip, and I have picked up Mage Hand. At level 11, we get a Mystic Arcanum to get a 6th level spell, and I have gone with Mental Prison. Remember that your Mystic Arcanum spells work different than your Warlock spell slots. You can cast it once without using a spell slot, but then you need to finish a long rest rather than a short rest to get the use back. At this level, we also get another spell known, and I am going to pick up Banishing Smite. At level 12 of Warlock, we get another Eldritch Invocation, and I am going with Life Drinker. We can do some extra necrotic damage when we hit with our packed weapon. Pretty cool. At this level, we also get an ability score improvement, and I am going to use that to bump up our Constitution. At level 13 of Warlock, we get another Mystic Arcanum, this one for a 7th level spell, and I have picked up Force Cage. It's a nice little timeout box. At this level, we also get another spell known, and I am going to go ahead and pick up Scrying. At level 14 of Warlock, we get Master of Hexes, where we can spread our Hexblade's curse from a slain creature to another creature. When the creature cursed by our Hexblade's curse dies, we can apply the curse to a different creature we can see within 30 feet of us, provided we aren't incapacitated. When we apply the curse in this way, we don't regain hit points from the death of the previously cursed creature. At level 15 of Warlock, we get another Eldritch Invocation, and I am going to pick up Shroud of Shadow. Once again, though, at this point, it's really all about flavor, and you just want to pick something that speaks to you. At 15th level, we also get another Mystic Arcanum, this one for an 8th level spell, and for this one, I'm going with Feeble Mind. At this level, we also get another spell known, and I'm going to backtrack to 4th level and pick up Dimension Door. At level 16 of Warlock, we get another ability score improvement, and I am going to once again bump up our Constitution. At level 17 of Warlock, we get another Mystic Arcanum, this one for a 9th level spell. And for this one, just for fun, I'm going to go with Blade of Disaster. At this level, we also get another spell known, and just to keep the spiciness rolling, let's go with Psychic Lance. For level 20 and the capstone of this build, we're actually going to flip-flop back to level 3 of Paladin and swear an Oath of Vengeance. This gives us a couple options for our Channel Divinity in Abjure Enemy and Vow of Enmity, as well as a couple of Oath of Vengeance spells in Bane and Hunter's Mark. So, now that the build is complete, let's take a look at our character at level 20 and see what we've got. We've got 187 HP, we've got an armor class of 21 if we're using a shield and our heavy armor, our plate mail. We've got proficiency in 4 skills, pretty good wisdom and charisma saves. And if we look over here at our spell casting, we've got Booming Blade and Eldritch Blast as our offensive cantrips. We've got a number of first level spells between Warlock and Paladin. And then we've got a bunch of 5th level from Warlock upcasting. And we've got all the way up to 9th level spells with our Blade of Disaster with our Mystic Arcanum. Add to that, we've got a bunch of features over here. You know, Divine Sense, Lay on Hands. We've got our Defense Fighting Style. We've got Divine Smite, which is a real damage boost for us. We do, at level 20, pick up Abjure Enemy and Vow of Enmity from the Oath of Vengeance. And then for our Warlock features, we've got our Hexblade's Curse, our Hex Warrior, all of our Eldritch Invocations, our Pact of the Blade, our Accursed Spectre feature, Armor of Hexes, all of our Mystic Arcanums, of course. And from our racial traits, we do have a Lay on Hands pool as well. All in all, we're quite a powerful character. We've got pretty good staying power, good armor, and we've got a lot of different ways to really bring the hurt, either with our Pact Weapon, with our Eldritch Blasts, or any of our other spell castings, and all of our smites that we can stack. We've got Divine Smite and Eldritch Smite, plus Smite spells, and we can just really, really hit like a truck when we have to. We have few resources to do so with, but how many do you really need sometimes, you know? Anyway, this is a real powerful build, and I hope you enjoy it. I will see you guys next time. Later.